Welcome back to Negative Cutters, the movie trailer review podcast. I'm your host, John Beck, and with me today we've got the venerable Michael Gaines.
Am I venerable?
All right, well, maybe not. What would you like your epitaph to be?
I don't know. Game over.
Game over, man. Mike and I are going to be talking about the trailer for Looper. If you haven't watched it yet, just go ahead and click the link down in the comments, or I should say in the description underneath the video. So the Looper, I should say, the trailer for Looper is, well, how would you describe this movie, Mike?
Oh, it's sort of like a reverse Back to the Future, almost. Right, because in Back to the Future, Marty was trying to he was trying to get his parents to meet so that they save him and his brother and sister. Okay. And in this movie, this guy is an assassin, and he goes to a designated place at a certain time, and I guess somebody who needs to be assassinated is sent from the future to the past where the assassin is and just shot on the spot. Right,
so it's like the ultimate body dump or something like that, where they just send him back in time, they die, and he disposes of the body, but they don't even exist yet.
Right. They may, depending on when they were born, but they may or may not exist yet. The problem is that at one point his future self pops in.
Now, structurally, up until this point, we start with like the sort of the narrative telling us the story. How did you feel about the structure of that of the trailer? There, you've got the narration telling the story of who he is, what he does, and the visual description of it.
I thought it was great. I actually saw this trailer for the first time about a month or so ago. I can't remember exactly when. I think I saw it in the theater, but I remember just thinking how interested I was in seeing this movie when it comes out, as opposed to some of the other trailers that come and go, and I just go, nah, I have no interest in that. But this one really set it up in such a way where the narrative. Let's see. Well, they set it up in such a way where these assassins, these loopers, are paid very, very well, which is easy enough to do because they can send stuff from the future to the past.
I didn't even think about that. They can. I wonder how do they just get paid in cash, which would probably, depending on the economy in the future, either be really expensive for them or really cheap, depending.
It depends.
But I would assume it would be really cheap, seeing inflation or whatever.
There seem to be gold bars in the trailer, so I think that's probably how it's done. So the gold bars are the payment for what they do. Right. And so these people, these loopers, are supposed to live like kings and everything, and easy enough to do, because if you can send information from the past to the future about what's going to do well, you can invest in. It's like the sports almanac and Back to the Future too. You can just make as much money as you want.
So we've got this looper, this assassin, and all of a sudden pops up in front of him himself. And then they take a moment here, a very specific moment, to flash back between the two to make it very clear that this is the same person. And we've got the two actors. We've got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and we've got Bruce Willis. Two actors. I mean, up until this point, I never really thought they look alike. Are we looking at CGI prosthetics? What's going on there?
No, two different actors. Although after seeing what they've done with Captain America, it would have been really nice if they actually had a younger Bruce Willis, like from the Die Hard days, or
just
maybe
have
even
Bruce Willis
back.
playing Bruce Willis playing.
Yeah, why not? Sure, you can do that nowadays, right?
Yeah, but I'm almost glad they didn't. Like, I wouldn't want just this one big long like Bruce Willis masturbation fest, like.
No, I don't see it like that. It's like when I saw Captain America. What's the actor's name who plays Captain America?
Chris Evans.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. They have his like face on this skinny body.
Yeah,
and so it would have been nice if they could have taken like Bruce Willis today and just sort of mapped or did something with putting hair on him. What was that show that he did years ago? The TV show, Honeymooners, not the Honeymooners. What am I thinking of?
What are you thinking of?
What's that? The TV show that he did before Die Hard was out? Not,
Moonlighting.
Moonlighting, not Honeymooners. Listen to me. And they make him look like
to the moon.
You know what? The reason why I'm saying this is because the actor doesn't really look a lot like Bruce Willis.
Okay, all right. I've got at least a couple confirmations of looking it up. There are prosthetics involved, so they are changing his brow and his eyes and things like that to try and make him look more like.
Okay.
So they are doing some more, and that's okay by me. I'd actually rather that than CGI.
Okay.
Because then at least I out of the two, I'd rather actually watch a movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt myself. Bruce Willis is fun, but he's a ham at this point.
Never really thought of it that way. Okay.
And he's just a caricature of himself. Like he goes in the movies and plays himself, or he plays McClane. What's his face?
Yeah.
What was this? What?
John
What's
McClane.
his first? John McClane. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm actually kind of excited about the whole idea of the two of them playing opposite each other, playing the same person. I think it works pretty well, and they set it up nicely in the trailer, and almost to the point where I wasn't sure. I was like, does Joseph Gordon-Levitt really look that much like him? Like, and they're going it quickly enough, where he looks kind of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but there's something a little bit off.
I agree.
So, what don't we like about this trailer? Is there
I couldn't find a single thing that I thought was bad, except for the fact. Let me see. There was. Hold on. Let me bring up the IMDb real quick because I can't remember the actress's name.
You've got Emily Blunt. Is it?
Yeah. There seems to be more to the story than what they're showing.
And that's a good thing. I mean, I would hope there's more.
You know what it is? I'm just such an old school trailer person where today everything is just fast. And there used to be a time when trailers actually took time to tell the story that's going on.
Yeah, and not so much use of black flashing black screens and what else do we have? Just montage in general.
Yeah. That seems to be the thing now with trailers, is to show as many really fast clips as you can. And I still think the movie will be okay. Yeah,
I guess, you don't really have to... They're trying to show a lot without showing too much. And it's, I guess it is sort of a cheap... It's a cheap, easy out when you're trying to imply action and excitement, and by ramping up the music and matching all these fast cuts to the music. So maybe that's just used a little bit too much these days.
What's that movie that Tom Hanks is doing? Cloud Atlas? Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, we actually that was the first trailer we reviewed on the new video version of Negative Cutters.
Oh, okay. I saw it for a second. Yeah, see, that to me is a good trailer.
It was a fantastic trailer, but it was a movie. It was a short ass movie.
Yeah, it was.
And I think people can watch that review. But the only thing I'll say on that is that was a movie that's like made up of like 4 different movies. So it kind of had to, you had like 4 different trailers all sort of tied together. Yeah. But
so I guess to me that would be the only thing I don't like about it, is that it just suffers from traileritis. Today's traileritis, where they just try to shove too much into a minute and a half or 2 minutes.
All right, so let's check out what the trolls are saying about the trailer. I've got one here. This is just commenting about the prosthetics, I guess. Kimberly Hickman says if they were going to change Joseph that much to the point where he doesn't even look remotely like himself, why not just have a different actor altogether? Lame. I think he's a good actor. Why would you hire somebody just because they look a certain way? Like, you hire a bad actor because they happen to look like Bruce Willis? Like, is there somebody who we're missing? Is there some perfect person to play a younger Bruce Willis that I'm not thinking of?
Not a younger Bruce Willis, but there. What was his name from Babylon 5? Who was actually in Moonlighting as a Bruce Willis lookalike. But he's the same age, I think. I don't think he would
Bruce
work.
Boxleitner?
No.
He
It's
wasn't.
Michael something.
Stackpole?
No.
Who's Michael? That's totally But yeah, I mean, again, we need, the whole point of this is you need a younger Bruce Willis, and I think you brought up the only other viable alternative, which I think I would assume Kimberly Hickman here would find that even worse, is just having Bruce Willis play both parts. Do all CGI with it, and I think that's cheap. So I got thumbs up for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You got any comments over there that are interesting or incendiary? Or...
No, I'm looking at the comments. I'm up to page 5 right now, and people are just saying the same thing about the prosthetics and trying to make him look alike. He had to wear a fake nose. I mean, that doesn't really say anything. So there really isn't anything here that's good or bad. I'm surprised with YouTube comments that it hasn't degraded into something about politics yet.
Right. Yeah, we've got James Davis something 99988 says time travel flicks always have pretty large plot holes, but I'm hoping this one does a good job at dealing with them. Joseph Gordon-Levitt looks pretty weird though. So yeah, I mean, how are they gonna? You think they're gonna sidestep time travel issues just because they're going to the past only? I mean, do you think? Is he going to travel into the future? Like, what do you anticipate out of this? Well,
we don't know if they can travel to the future, but what you can do is if you see yourself show up there on the assassination mat,
yeah,
you can at least tell yourself, not even the future self telling yourself, but you can tell yourself, don't put yourself in a position where this would happen to me. And you can.
So would you kill yourself? Would you just take the shot?
No. I would if my future self was coming back and I saw my past self, I would just tell him something like, "Don't bet on such and such horse because that's the key to everything that brought you down," or something like that. And let my future self sort of run away or something like that. And then you get into the whole plot hole thing of this is like killing your grandparents. In a time travel movie, if you go back and kill your grandparents, then your grandparents can't be born. Therefore, you can't be born, and you can't go back in time.
Right,
to kill them.
Right. And so, if you kill yourself, well, yeah, but he's killing his future self, though. I think they've got it right here. Every movie that gets it wrong is when they go back and change the past. But here, the past is changing the future, and so you can easily. I feel like this setup, you can easily sort of in your mind say, well, then he'll just take it. It'll end up going on a different path. Like, he's not, if he does kill himself, maybe he's not actually killing the version of himself that he's actually going to be.
I have a feeling that the movie is going to end up with Doc Brown and a DeLorean showing up.
Bruce, hop in!
Bruce! You've got to come back with me.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. That's all this trailer is missing is the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So, final verdict. Michael, when are you going to see this movie?
In the theater.
Really? In the opening weekend, or just you're going to make sure to catch it in the theater?
Oh, opening weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
This trailer really intrigues me. I think it does its job. I think I want to see this in the theater. Not badly enough to go opening weekend or anything like that, but I think this is something that that possibly even like my wife might enjoy, so I might actually be able to drag her out. It's not necessarily something that she's going to be jumping up and down for, but I don't think she'd necessarily argue, with me about going to see it. So, I would recommend people see this in the theater. It looks to be cool, and hopefully it's got some different. I don't know. I kind of hope this is one of those movies that gets people talking about something. You know what I mean? Like, that's got some meaty background to it that we can argue about afterwards. But other than just a straight action. This better not turn into Time Cop. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I haven't seen Time Cop in so long.
Well, you should go watch it right now.
No, I don't think so.
And no, we don't recommend anybody do that. But I do recommend you should watch that. What is it? Jean-Claude Van Damme, the movie where he plays himself. Amazing. All right, so that's gonna do it for us for today. If you're interested in Looper, be sure to check it out. It is opening up on, let's see if I can find this in time.
Oh, I just had it. I just had the IMDb.
It is opening up on September 28th in the United States, at least. And I gotta say, the poster I kind of like. It's a pretty cool poster. Haunted by your future, haunted by your past, and you can turn it upside down. Cool. All right, check out Looper and let us know what you think. Leave comments on the page. In the meantime, Mike, you want to let people know how they can stay in touch with you?
I am at StarMike on Twitter. That's about the best way that you can find me. All the stuff, oh God, I'm doing like a million podcasts now. But the center of the whole thing is going to be thenexicon.com.
I was like, which one's your favorite, Mike?
Well, I don't. It's not that I have a favorite. I don't have a favorite, but I'm working on putting the Nexicon.com as sort of like the center of all of them.
Oh, cool. So that's going to be kind of your studio kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of. So you can find everything through there.
Nice. Well, Mike is going to be joining us for a couple more trailers, so stay tuned to the YouTube feed as well. And let us know what you think. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Copper Dome. You can follow Negative Cutters at Negative Cutters. And of course, you can be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel wherever. Don't you hate when people point up at the ceiling? The subscribe button. It's up there. Stupidest thing ever.
Those, so I never do that.
I know it's a little new for me, but I thought
I'm the lower third guy. There's right, my Twitter account.
All right. So be sure to stay in touch. Let us know what you think. Until next time, have a great day, everybody. Good night.
Bye.